Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading, and the reading is about your future, a message from your higher self. I'm sorry if you hear any background noise. I live with other people, so it happens. So anyways, please choose a pile. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So choose based on what your intuition is calling you to, not based on looks. But I put the cats there as a representative for each pile, just in case you felt more drawn to a specific cat. So I'll give you a little bit of time to meditate and think on it, and then I will get started with pile number 1. So if you need to pause the video, please do so, and I will leave the timestamps down below if you just want to skip ahead to your reading. So hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose the black cat, it could be a representative of the goddess Hecate. She's a goddess of the underworld, but she's also a good goddess. I have the cat on my altar as a representative or offering for her, so that may be why you chose it, but it could just be totally coincidental. So let's get on with your reading, and your first card is Flourish. So I think in the future you are going to flourish greatly. You're going to grow as a person. Maybe you're doing some inner work right now. Maybe you're working on your career. Maybe you could be working on anything, but I think that in your future, whatever you're working on right now is going to flourish, is going to grow, it's going to be successful. If you're going through a tough time right now, you should just remember that these experiences are happening for you, not to you. These experiences are happening for you to grow into the person that you are supposed to be. You are receiving life's spiritual ingredients which you need to grow and flourish into the person you are meant to be, and these experiences are going to make you extremely successful in the future. So let's pull a couple more cards so we can get more clarity on your future. Okay, I think this one wants to come out. Okay, let's leave it there. So here we have the 3 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So very emotional energy, very water sign energy. So you could be a water sign, you could meet a water sign potentially in the future who will be helping you flourish. Although it does not have to be a water sign, it could be anyone. So with the 3 of Cups, I see that you will be in the company of amazing people, amazing friends. You're going to create beautiful memories together that you will remember forever. These are not just any type of friends. These are friends that are going to be very close, very deep connection you're going to feel with these people. So potentially this card is telling you that you could be meeting these people in the future if you haven't met them already, and this group of friends is going to help you flourish and become who you are supposed to be. The 3 of Cups can also represent a celebration coming up, and with the Ace of Cups I see new beginnings, a new start in general. It could be connected to these friends, but it could also be a new love. It could be new anything really, a new beginning of something, perhaps success in a career that you're working on, although this card is mostly related to relationships and friendships. Whatever thing you are about to experience, whatever new beginning is about to come for you, this is going to be revitalizing for your spirit. This is going to help you flourish. These new beginnings, new friendships potentially, or old ones that you're going to get closer to, are going to help you flourish and become successful. So let's move on and pull a couple more cards for you. So these 2 cards are Nothing is yet set in stone and Adjustments are required. So what I'm seeing here is that this future of you flourishing is not yet set in stone, and you will need to make some adjustments to your current life if you're going to have these new beginnings and if you're going to flourish. So with the mutable moon, it's obviously changeable. So this future is very changeable, and if you would like to flourish, then you will need to step out of your comfort zone. You will need to search for some new friends. Maybe you don't have the best support in your life right now. If you want to flourish, I would say you may know the adjustments you need to make, but maybe this reading will give you more clarity. I'll pull some more cards very soon to see if we can find out what adjustments you have to make to get this future for yourself. So some more messages for this card could be that you are working towards your goal right now, but you need to make sure you're staying adaptable and make sure you're not being led astray by anyone or anything. Do not let anything distract you, and stay with it. Stay with what you are doing in order to flourish, in order to meet these new friends, in order to have this new beginning in your life. Some other messages for this card are you may currently be out of balance and you need to work on that right now. Although I think you are working on things right now. I think what you're working on is good and successful. You just need to hold your vision and stay true to it. So I think something exciting is around the corner for you. You just need to trust the universe, trust that what you're doing is going to be successful, and you are going to meet new people. You are going to have beautiful new beginnings, and you are going to flourish, and everything you're doing is going to be successful. But you just need to keep on trying. Don't give up, because you're very close to your goals, and your higher self is telling you that in your future you're going to be successful with what you're doing and the efforts you're putting in right now. You may also be holding on to something toxic, and I think you maybe know that something you're holding on to is holding you back from flourishing, and something you're holding on to is holding you back from these friends and these new beginnings that you could meet. So I think that's why you have nothing is yet set in stone, because there's something maybe you need to let go of that is holding you back. And if you want to have this successful future with all the things you're working on right now, then you really need to let go of this toxic thing or person or situation, place you live, could be anything, and I'm sure you know what it is, but there's something you need to let go of in order to attract all of this abundance. And you are doing the right thing, but there's just one thing you are holding on to that you need to move on from. So let's get some more clarity from some more cards. I am not very good at shuffling cards, please don't judge me. So now we have the Akasha card. Your guidance is divinely guided. And the transformation card. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. So something I can really tell from you is that you are really transforming yourself, and this is really going to help you flourish in the future. Your transformation you're going through is very healing, and you're doing great work on helping yourself right now, and it's really going to impact your future, and it's going to make your future very beautiful and successful. And this card is telling you that your guidance, maybe you're getting spiritual messages, maybe you're seeing signs, maybe it could be anything really, but anything you see as guidance is from a divine source. So even this message, if you found this and you chose this pile, then this is your higher self and your spirit guides guiding you to get this message, and they really want you to let go of something so that you can flourish, so that you can have the future that you deserve and that you've been working on. So if you didn't know, Akasha is basically just like a spiritual library, I guess you could say, and it has access, well, it keeps track, I guess, of all your soul contracts, karma. It's just like a database, but a spiritual database. So there are things in your life that you have had free will over, but there are also some things that are your destiny, and it was an agreement you made before incarnating on Earth. So I think maybe this toxic situation is something that you had to go through to become the person you needed to be, or to overcome some karma. It could have been a karmic relationship. I feel like it could be someone who you've had a lot of trouble with. It doesn't have to be a person, but it could be a job or anything really, but it's something that you feel has drained you, and this was probably a soul contract that you had to go through, but maybe you're finding it hard to let go of. And I think it's important for you to let go of this so that you can transform and become the person you're meant to be. If you're waiting for a sign to carry on with what you're doing, with what you're working on, then this card is definitely it. You're definitely living out an important part of your soul journey right now. So you are where you need to be, but if you want to make this transformation, then you need to let go of anything toxic, because I think you have learned your lessons from this situation now, or you will be learning the lessons. It could be that you are learning the lessons currently, but after you get through this difficult time, you're going to flourish, you're going to transform. So I think it's important for you to call in the help of your spiritual protectors, your spiritual helpers and guides. And you can ask for angels, you can ask for your spirit guides. It's very easy to call upon angels. All you have to say is, angels, please be with me, and they literally will be, because angels want to help you. They can't affect your free will, so if you want them to help you, you have to ask, but they are always willing to help you. I also think with this card that it would be very useful for you to write down your dreams, and to write down any signs and synchronicities you see in your life. Look out for repeating numbers, look them up. Look up anything you see that is reoccurring, because it's most likely a message from your higher self or your spirit guides. So if you even see an animal a lot, you can look up the meaning of seeing this animal, because your guidance is divinely guided. So I think right now your spirit guides are giving you messages that will help you to flourish and become the person you need to be in the future. So I think you may be feeling that there's a lot of destruction or pain happening in your life, but this is definitely happening to make you who you need to be. You may have trauma from the past that may be coming up, but this is very important for you to work through. And if you need to go to therapy, I would definitely recommend it, because I think it could help you to transform even quicker into who you are meant to be. And when you have done this transformation, you're going to meet amazing people. You're going to have a new beginning, a new love potentially, and you're going to just become this beautiful version of yourself, the version of yourself that you're meant to be, and you're going to have success in all aspects of your life. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope this reading was helpful for you, and if you chose this and you've watched it this far, please leave a comment telling me if this resonated with you, and leave a little flower emoji to represent the flourish card. Lots of love, everybody. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the snow quartz cat, which I keep on my altar to represent my spirit guide. Snow quartz is good for learning, and it also is good for cleansing all chakras and connects to the crown chakra. So that could have been a reason why you chose it, but it also is just very beautiful, so you could have chose it for that reason too. So let's get into your reading. Your first card is Find Balance. So what I see here is, in the future you are going to find a better balance between your work life, your home life, your family life. Maybe you find it hard to balance all the things you want to do. So I see in your future you're going to find a better balance for that. And as the snow quartz is about learning, perhaps you are learning or studying something right now. You don't have to be in college or school or university for this. It could just be that you're teaching yourself some things and you're trying to find balance between having the time to teach yourself these things you want to do for yourself, these things you want to do in the future. And also having time to rest, having time to play, having time to socialize. So I see in the future that your learning and everything you want to do, you'll be able to balance it a lot more successfully. But let's get on with your reading and choose some more cards. One more thing I want to say is that it could also be saying that you are overworking yourself currently, and in the future you're going to have a lot more time to rest, and that you should actually give yourself more time to rest. So if you think you've been working or overworking, I would suggest giving yourself a rest. But I would say in the future you're going to have time to rest, and that all your learning that you've been doing is going to be successful, and you'll just have time to rest. So let's pull some tarot cards now. Please don't judge my shuffling. I've said this already in the group, but I am not very good at shuffling. So the two tarot cards that came up for you are the Four of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So in the Four of Swords, I see that it's important for you to rest and meditate, just like this card was saying, to find balance. I think you are probably working yourself too hard or stressing yourself out about a certain situation. Maybe you're not being present enough, and I would say it's very important for you to meditate, to take time for yourself. If you find meditation hard, just go for a nature walk, to be alone with your thoughts and be calm and not think about the daily pressures of life, the daily stresses. Take time to go inwards, take time to relax. I think that's very important, and I think that is going to come up for you in the future. I think you may be under a lot of pressure right now, and it's going to come to an end, I would say, and you will have time to relax. But I'd say if you would like for this to happen even sooner, then try to meditate. And if you don't like to meditate, again, go for a nature walk. You can even do coloring. You could do anything. Just do something to be present, and don't pressure yourself to work too much, because everyone needs a break sometimes. Your learning is going to be successful, but you also need to find balance and learn to take a break. And I think you will. I think you are going to find balance in your life. And what I see in this card is that there is growth, there is expansion, there is creativity. So I would say that you finding balance with your work life and taking a break is going to lead you to expand your ideas and grow even more. And maybe right now you think you need to work in order to achieve what you need to achieve, but really you need to find balance. And once you find balance, your creativity is going to flow, your ideas are going to blossom. And also in this card I see new beginnings. So maybe a birth. You could, if you are trying for a baby, or if you want a baby, you could be pregnant, you could have a baby, but it could also represent the birth of a new project. And I see this in your future, definitely. But you need to find balance, because if you're working too hard on something, you're not going to birth this new creation successfully. It's not going to come to you, because the best ideas come to you when you are meditating, when you're turning inward. And if you're always pushing yourself and forcing out work, forcing yourself to do things, then you're not going to have the time to sit and think and to come up with this amazing idea that's going to create a whole new reality for you. But I definitely see expansion for you, and I definitely see new beginnings on the horizon. So that's very exciting. And also, don't rush it. Do not rush into creating a new project. And I think your learning and your studying is very important, but you need to find a balance between everything. And it's going to be very successful for you, but you don't need to rush. You don't need to feel any pressure. There's no time limit, because this is your future, and this will happen for you. So let's get a bit more clarity on your reading. I like when the cards jump out because I feel like that's like what's meant for you, but sometimes that doesn't happen. So I will just stop and pull the top ones, but I think shuffle one more time is what I'm hearing right now. And once more. And once more. Okay. Alright, we're good. Okay, so now you have a time for healing. Yes, like I said, you need to take time for yourself to take a break, and nothing will come of this situation. So what I see in these cards is that you really need to heal. You really need to take time out, and you really need to rest. Actually, you really need to find balance, because otherwise the things you're working on will not come to fruition. And there's a potential, a definite big potential that things will happen and you'll have a great creative idea, but if you don't take time for healing, then nothing will come of this situation. These cards are pretty self-explanatory. So the balsamic moon is actually the moon just before the new moon, so just before a new start. So you're really at a point where you're almost at a new start, you're almost starting a new project, you almost have this idea, but you need to meditate, you need to take time for yourself and heal, and then this idea will happen, it will come to you, and it will be very successful, and it will be to do with the things you're learning right now. This card also could mean that it's time to let go of the past. There could be something you're holding on to. You're about to turn a corner. You're about to turn a corner and start something new, or you might need some more time to heal, which is something I'm really feeling. And think about how the situation would look if everyone was healed. So this card wants you to know that the past is the past and a new future is blossoming for you, but you need to let go of the past, which is actually quite a popular theme right now for a lot of people. I know myself, I'm experiencing this, and group 1 also got a reading about this, about letting go of the past. But I think for you, it's more about finding balance. So letting go of your past is going to help you find balance. Make sure that before you take your next step, you are healed and you are ready. You may need a little time to heal. You probably do need some time to yourself to find balance, to meditate, to find this new idea, and to heal. If there's something or someone who isn't good for you and you know it, then I think you really need to let that go. Otherwise, the thing you're trying to manifest will not be manifested. So if there is something you've been working on that you're trying to manifest, if you don't work on healing and if you don't give yourself a break, then the chances of this thing happening are going to diminish. This card's also saying that something better is around the corner. So something you have now that isn't particularly good, there is something better out there for you, and believe in it. Believe that you are going to get what you need. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to the universe, because the universe has your back. You just need to trust it. You don't need to push yourself all the time. You don't need to overwork yourself, because the universe is on your side and the universe wants you to succeed. And this card also means to take time out, meditate, contemplate. So I think it's very important for you to do that, because I think once you do that, you're going to be very successful. And you think that in order to be successful, you need to keep on working and pushing yourself. But really, for the success of the things you're working on, you need to take time for yourself. You need to heal and you need to meditate. I think meditation would be extremely beneficial for you. And I know I've said it before, but if you can't meditate, just play some meditation music and do coloring, because it does the same thing for your brain. So please, if anything comes from this reading, please take time to meditate and heal yourself, because it's very important, and your higher self wants you to know that you need to find this balance. And then the things you want to achieve will come to you when you have found this balance. You don't need to achieve things and then you'll find balance. Happiness doesn't come after achievement. Happiness comes first and then you achieve. So I'm going to get 2 more cards for you now. Oh, that's 1. 1 more shuffle. Okay, 1 more, 1 more, okay. Yeah, 1 more. Yes. Okay, so we have the Trust the Niggle card. So I think you actually know that you're overworking yourself, or you know that there's something you need to let go of. There's something you know, and you need to trust it, because the feeling you have about the situation is your higher self talking to you. It's your spirit guides. They're giving you messages. Trust your gut feeling, because this is important. It will help lead you to success. And you also have the Imrama card. Where are you being called to journey to? Which actually correlates with the Trust the Niggle card, because there's probably something or someone or somewhere you're being called to. It might keep coming up in conversation. You might keep seeing it on Instagram, on Facebook, in ads. You could see it anywhere, but if there's something that keeps showing up to you, this is a sign that you're supposed to go there, or you're supposed to learn about this place. So maybe you keep hearing about ancient Egypt. You might not be able to get to Egypt easily, but it would be important for you to learn about it. Maybe your ancestors are from there. I know this doesn't exactly correlate with the rest of the reading, although the Trust the Niggle card really does, because I think you know what you need to do in order to be successful. I think you know who you need to let go of, and I think you know that you need to heal in order to get all the successes that you deserve. So this card actually means that you're being called to a soul journey. It doesn't have to be a physical journey. It could just be a journey of your soul, or you could also already be on the soul journey now. I'd say you should meditate. You definitely should meditate. That's been a very running theme in this, but this soul journey could be within you. You could travel to places within meditation. You could close your eyes and visualize the places that keep coming up to you and learn knowledge about these places, because this is part of your soul journey. This is important for you, and I think you need to take a break and heal. And I think if you can travel to this place that keeps coming up for you, or if you're thinking of a specific place right now as I'm saying this, then this is probably where you should go. You should definitely take a journey, because I think when you travel somewhere, you'll take time to rest, and you need that rest, and you'll be able to meditate, and you'll be able to figure out the ideas for this new project. You'll be able to just figure out your life so much better, and it won't be you constantly forcing yourself to work. Maybe you're covering up something you need to heal by working all the time, when really you need to take a break, heal yourself, and then this idea will come to you, this idea for your future. And I think in a way you do have a feeling deep down, you know what you need to do. So if there is a relationship, conversation, decision, anything you're thinking of, this needs to be worked out. You need some closure. You need to work on this thing. Not your learning. It's something you've been putting off that you need to work out with someone or something, and your body and you really know what you have to do. Obviously this is a general reading, so I can't give you the exact advice, but what I would say is, what is your niggling feeling telling you? What do you have to do? And I would say meditate on this. Go within, go on a soul journey, heal yourself. Because if you keep ignoring this, nothing is going to come of your studies, of your learning, of the things you're trying to achieve. If you don't find balance, if you don't heal, if you don't soul journey and meditate, then you're not going to get the things that you've been working on. And you've been working so hard. It would be a shame to waste all of your hard work. So please take a break. Please work on yourself, because this is also very important for your future. Working is one part of what you need to do, but resting is also extremely, extremely important, and so is meditation, and so is going within and trusting your instincts. So I hope you enjoyed the reading, everyone. I hope it was insightful, and if you watched this far, please leave a comment of a cat emoji because I like the snow cat. Please just leave us a snow flake and a cat emoji, and just leave a comment telling me what you thought of your reading. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye. So hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose the silver cat. Silver is a very spiritual color. It's a very spiritual color for your aura anyway, so that may be why you chose the silver cat, but it also does just look very cool. So let's get on with your reading. You got the light card. So this, I would say, is a very spiritual card, because light is your pure soul form. And I think this is telling you that in your future you will have love towards the situation, and the darkness you may be currently experiencing will turn to light, will turn to love. And love is the answer. Love is the weapon. And if you are experiencing darkness right now, just know that light is going to come through, and you are going to be safe, and everything is going to be okay. So let's move on and get you some more cards. So we will start with some tarot cards. I've said this in all my readings. Please don't judge me for my shuffling. I'm not the best at shuffling cards. Oh my gosh. So I just keep shuffling until I hear a voice in my head saying, this is it, stop shuffling, or I wait for one to fall out, which it just did. Oh my gosh, way too many fell out. Okay, let's pick these up. We'll leave that one. One more shuffle. Again. Okay, how many are there? Okay, too many. A lot of cards seem to be jumping out for you. I don't know if that's just me being clumsy. Oh my gosh. Okay, again, should I do it again? Yes. Okay, there we go. You have got your cards. Okay, so your cards are the Father of Wands and the Son of Pentacles. So these cards could represent people. So the Father of Wands would represent an older man who could be a fire sign, and the Son of Pentacles could represent a younger man who could be an earth sign. So if that means anything to you, then it could be representing that, but they also do have other meanings as well. So something I'm seeing is that you may be a little bit stubborn. You hold your own in debates and conflicts, potentially. You could be very grounded and very loyal and inventive. You're a very trustworthy person, and you might be a little quiet and awkward and have only a couple of close friends, but you actually draw people to you naturally, even though you do only have a couple of friends. And you're very compassionate and artistic and you have a good balance, I'd say, between being grounded and being out there and creative. You're very in tune with life and with nature. I'd say you're quite a spiritual person. Sorry about that. I think you may actually be in the future becoming enlightened to something, because I think you're actually a very good, well-rounded, balanced person, and I think you did choose the silver because you're very spiritual. And if you're not aware of that, then I think you're going to have a very awakening experience in the future, and you're going to be very creative and artistic. And if these cards are not about you, then it's likely that in the future you're going to have someone in your life who is a mentor, who will guide you to be artistic, who will guide you to be creative and to be healing and compassionate and mysterious and naturally connected to the earth through this one. Yes, because this is an earthy card because it's the Pentacles, so you will be grounded. And I think there's a lot of meanings behind these cards right now. So it could be that you're going to get a mentor who's going to help you artistically. It could be that there is a young man about to come into your life who is very trustworthy, who is very grounded, could be an earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So you could have an earth sign young male coming into your life, or just a very grounded young male. And I think if you are getting a mentor and a young male into your life, that these people are going to awaken the light in you. They are going to bring you to a loving place. They're going to bring you out of the darkness that you're in right now. And you're very deeply a spiritual person deep down. Maybe that's being hidden from you right now, but it is about to come to light. If these cards are not about other people, it's about you finding creativity in yourself, you becoming grounded. You could also already be very creative and grounded, but you're going to have an enlightening experience that will lead you to be more loving and open and more spiritually connected. So let's pull a couple moon cards for you. Oh, did not mean to move that. Again, one more time, I think. Again? No, again, yeah. One now and again. Okay. One more time. Oh. Okay. Yeah, okay. So now we have the communication is key, new moon in Gemini, and work through your fears. So new moon in Scorpio. So these are both new moon cards. So I would say there are definitely new beginnings coming into your life. You could be fearful. I think you're afraid of something, and your fear is holding you back from reaching the light. Your fear is keeping you in the darkness, and communication is key. Maybe there is someone in your life who is a very grounded person who you want to connect with, or a mentor who you want to connect with. And really, if there are people in your life you want to connect with them, you need to communicate with them, because communication is key. And these people who you want to communicate with, they might not come to you unless you communicate with them first and work through your fears. You may be fearful to reach out to them. It could be fearful of anything. You could be fearful of talking to anyone. Like, if there is anyone in your life who you are hoping to connect with, then you must get over your fear and communicate with them. You could also be afraid of connecting spiritually, and your higher self wants you to communicate with them. I'm hearing a lot of meanings in these cards. I think maybe a lot of different kinds of people from different backgrounds will have chosen them, so I'll try and explain all the meanings I think, but please remember that not every single meaning is going to be completely accurate for you, because there are a lot of meanings in these specific cards. So with this card, I also think it connects to this one in the darkness, where in the future you are going to be in the light, you are going to be loved, and maybe you are in darkness right now, you're fearful, and just know that whatever you're experiencing right now, if it's dark and scary, it is going to be over. But darkness is important for transformation, because the dark times actually create us and make us into who we need to be in order to be the person we need to be in the future for the world. And I actually think you have a divine purpose to share light and love with the universe. I actually think you could be a spiritual leader, or you could be a leader of some sort in the future. You could be someone who lights up the world, who shares extremely deep knowledge. I'm in a bit of thought, so sorry for the messing up of my words. Also, Mercury retrograde is soon. But yeah, so I think you actually have a lot of things to work through, a lot of fears to work through, and I actually think all these things are going to lead you to become a light worker, if you believe in that, but basically someone who is here to help the world become a better place. I actually think that you have a divine purpose, and I think you have divine creativity, and you're very grounded, and you'll find a mentor who will help you with these things. You'll find a friend who will help you with these things too. And I think if you are holding onto a grudge, if you're feeling jealous, if you're being obsessive or paranoid, this is something you need to work on, because it's holding you back from becoming the light being that you are. If you know you're a magical being, then this is telling you to work your magic. It's also got a lot of sexual energy, so I don't know if that would mean anything to you, but own yourself, own your sexuality, be your true self, because your true self is going to light up the world, and you're going to heal people. I think you are actually a good healer, and I think you need to communicate your message. I think you have something important. I think you have a light to share with the world, and in the future you're going to share this light with other people, and you're going to come out of this darkness, and it will all make sense, because you're going through this darkness right now because it's turning you into the person you need to be, and this person is going to help so many people. I think you definitely have a lot of magic though, and I think you should make sure you work through your fears, so you use the magic you have in a positive way. You may be attracted to darker magic, but this is telling you that it will be light in the future. You have the potential to be a very powerful light being, and I think you need to work on your magic. You need to work through your fears and maybe learn a bit about shadow work if that's something that interests you, because I think you could be very powerful, and I think you could help the world immensely with your magic and with your light, and I think you have something very important to share. And once you've worked through your fears, you're going to know exactly how to help other people, because you will have experienced it and you will have helped yourself overcome this stuff. I think also it's important for you to connect with the people in your life and to communicate with them, and to ground yourself in any way you can. I guess go for a walk without your shoes on, hug trees, touch trees, talk to plants. You need to ground yourself, do some root chakra healing and meditations. Communication is key. If you haven't been communicating with your friends, if there's someone you may have had a disagreement with, I think you should work this out with them if it's safe for you anyway. But if you think that maybe this person isn't good for you, then I think you can leave them, but you should tell them. Maybe if you don't feel comfortable talking in person, you can send an email or a text, but I think you have something that you're afraid to say to someone. And I think once you get over this, it's going to help you heal a lot. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart, because your heart is where the light is going to come from. Your heart is more important. Love is the answer. Love is the weapon. Like I said, that is a never shall never quote. And it's came up a lot in my life lately. And I think you need to love everyone. If you haven't been feeling love towards people, I think you need to open yourself up to love. So let's pull some more cards. I'm gonna pull 2 more cards. Okay, I think I need to pull this one, and they usually pop out so much when I'm shuffling. It's so weird that they haven't. I guess they did with the tarot, didn't they? Once more. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so now you have Council of Light, and we have the Age of Light. You have so many things about light. I definitely think that you are here with a divine purpose. I think you are a light being. I mean, we all are light beings, but I think you are actually most definitely a light worker, and this is going to be more obvious in the future. I can't believe how much light cards you have. It's definitely for a reason. You are here to light up the world. You are here to help the world in some way, and everything you're going through right now is happening for a reason. It's going to make you the person you need to be. So don't be afraid. Work through your fears. Communicate what you need to. If you're afraid to communicate with someone about something, that's very, very important for you to do, because it's going to help you overcome something, and this thing you overcome is going to help you help other people in the future. It's going to help you to heal the world. And something I like to say is heal yourself to heal the world. So I think once you've worked through your fears and healed yourself, you're actually going to do amazing things for the world. But I also think that even just healing yourself, even if you don't do anything specifically for the world, you being on earth and healing yourself will raise the vibration of the earth without you even trying. And I also think it's important for you to do things that you love. What makes you feel happy? Because whatever makes you feel happy is your divine purpose, and that is what is going to bring light to the world. The way you bring light to the world is by doing what lights you up and by healing yourself, and you don't even have to try. And if you just do the things that make you happy, this will heal the world without you even trying. So with the Council of Light card, I think, I'm pretty sure that you have a lot of heavenly divine beings around you. I feel really good about this. Like, this card is definitely telling you that you have people working with you, well, spiritual beings working with you. They could be angels, light beings, guides, any kind of heavenly being, and they want to help you, but they don't affect your free will, so you need to ask them for help. And it's very, very easy. You can just say, light beings, spirit guides, angels, please be in my life and work through me, help me become the best version of myself, or anything you desire. Just say, angels, please be in my life and help me with my wishes and desires, because I definitely think they want to help you, and this message is here for you because these people care about you so much, and they know your potential, and they know you're supposed to do something magical and amazing for the earth, and they want you to realize that, and they want you to awaken your powers. And I actually think you are actually going to awaken your powers, if you haven't already. And if you don't know already, then you are a very special spiritual being, and you are actually here to do spiritual work. I mean, we all are here to do spiritual work and learn lessons, but the angels, the guides, they actually want to work with you to make the world a better place. And I'm getting goosebumps from just saying this. Like this, you're very special people, and you're in a dark place because you don't realize your power, you don't realize your potential, and you could be a light worker, you could be a light being. You're here for a reason. I mean, we all are here for a reason, but you specifically incarnated to be a being of light, be a beacon of light on earth, to make the earth a better place for everyone to live. And the angels want to work with you, and they want you to open yourself up to them. And like I said, communication is key. They want you to communicate with them. And I think if this isn't about someone in your life that you're afraid of talking to, then it's about you communicating with your higher self, you communicating with angels and ascended masters, ancestors, anyone really. Like, it could be whatever you believe in, whatever spiritual beings you believe in. They want to work with you. They want you to communicate with them. You should work on talking to them every day if you can, because it will dramatically improve your life. You will start living a life of love and light instead of a life of darkness, which you may be living right now. So this card is just telling you that the life you're living right now, because we're in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of spiritual awakening, we're basically going through a mass awakening on the planet, and there are certain beings who have been training for this time for lifetimes. So you've incarnated many times just to become the exact fingerprint of your soul you are right now, in order to help the world become a better place, to move into the age of Aquarius, to awaken people, to show them the truths of the earth. I think you are aware of some deeper truths, or you soon will be, and you need to communicate these truths with the world. You need to share your voice. You have an important message. You have a message that can help the world, and you've been training for this. You've been training for this time for lifetimes. So I want you to talk to your angels and your higher self and ask for your soul gifts and the soul training you've received to really come into your being. Ask to embody them. Ask to have the knowledge you have learned throughout your lifetimes right now, so that you can be the person you need to be. And I just want you guys to know that if things are difficult for you right now, that this is all going to be worth it, because you have divine purpose. This is the only card reading I've got where it's been a very spiritual one. This is a very spiritual reading, and you really are a being of light and love, and you are here with a bigger, deeper purpose, and no other piles got this. So if you chose this pile, you have a very, very special and deep purpose on earth. And as soon as you've worked through your fears and learned to communicate your message, learned to communicate with your angels, learned to communicate with the people in your life, you will be a beacon of light for the world. There are angels and there are beings there to help you, and you are ready for this. This lifetime was planned by you, and you came here specifically to help. So I just want you guys to know that, and please give yourself so much love. And I'm sorry if you're going through a hard time right now, but I promise it's all going to be worth it. You're going to be like this heavenly fairy. So I love you guys. If you've got to this point, please leave an emoji of a fairy, and let me know if this reading resonated with you. Lots of love, guys. Bye.